Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to Masnicki Field on top of beautiful Arctic Hill here in West Warwick, where tonight the West Warwick Wizards and the Lincoln Lions are about to play some football. Mike Green is alongside. Johnny Boots, as always, handling the technical aspects of things, and he'll give us a little bit of insight every now and then.
Not much.
Exactly. You took the word right out of my mouth. Anyway, hi again, everybody. Wizards looking for a win against the Lincoln team that's winless. And the Wizards, if they are going to do this thing and pull it out, may have to do it without their starting quarterback. Brady Bielli sustained a back injury, and his status is questionable, although he took a lot of throws.
Still is.
And, Mike, I don't know if you were watching Brady and see if there was any discomfort. I know, Boots, that you, with your medical background, noticed that he was not getting a full turn. And
he's not twisting at the lower lumbar. He's using more of his arm than he is his lower back, and when he twists and when he throws, he's not getting a full spin on the ball, and it's probably not putting a lot of power behind it.
No, he's just all arm, and but it looks like he's a go. Backup would be James Branch, a true freshman. That's his immediate backup, unless Coach Pennington does something different. Maybe gets creative with maybe some wildcat with DeAndre Chase, but we'll see what they have planned to cover for Brady if he can't go.
If it is a situation where Brady does get the start, it's going to be incumbent on the offensive line to keep Lincoln's defense away from him all night long.
Yeah, I would think that this is going to be a high running game from both teams. Lincoln is, a wing T team. They don't put the ball in the air very often. A lot of their final game.
It looks like it's going to be the same format as last year, Mike, where the top four make it, and then 4 plays 1, 2 plays 3, and the 5s and 6s cross over.
Yeah.
And play consolation games. If that's the case, the Wizards are not mathematically eliminated yet, but they must beat Westerly next week, and they've got to beat Lincoln in this one. The Lions are indeed out of a divisional spot in 2A, so they know their fate is sealed, and they'll be playing in the consolation round.
Right, and it's going to come down to, that Wesley game. Wesley took a big loss from Classical High School last week, and that Classical team, we played them a week before, and they were very good, and they must be better than what we thought, because, Wesley was probably the top in this side, and they got beat. So it looks like it might be Classical and maybe St. Ray's and Wesley at the top.
And if you look at the other side of the division, after doing a little bit of research, Barrington sits at 4-1. And Mount Pleasant, the team that West Warwick beat, is 3-1. That one loss coming here at Masnicki Field. And the bigger and bigger that looks like an upset, the more and more it means something in the standings.
Right.
Coventry's next at 3-2. So a flag bearer wearing a Wizard costume will lead the orange and black to the near sideline. West Warwick in their newly created home orange jerseys, black pants, orange and black trim, white numerals, black helmets, which are pretty plain. They've been that way for a long time, although there were a couple of years in the early 70s when they did wear a Wizard hat.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, a little decal.
Kind of glad that's gone, to be honest with you. I don't know if I like that. Maybe a WW might look good.
I was
on the
thinking
side.
of a WW, or at least one W.
Good. Well, yeah, right.
I think I put one of those on my old 65 Dodge.
Yeah, well, that Wizard looks a lot like the Abominable Snowman. So
looks like something out of ZZ Top.
Yeah, it could be.
He comes in here and starts singing. We know better. Lincoln in their red white uniforms, blue numerals, red and blue trim, and white pants. They used to have the regular lion, like the Detroit Lion insignia.
Yeah.
The growling lion on top. I don't know if they've kept that or not.
Well, Lincoln was so good back in the early 90s with Howie Catley was coaching. I mean, you knew the play coming. You just couldn't stop it. That's how good they were. As an old wing T guy, it's nice to see it again. But not everyone can run the wing T very well.
Let me ask you, Coach Green, best way to stop wingbacks from running the ball and doing damage? Who's got to do what?
All right. Well, I'll give you the answer. Pat Narduzzi, who was a friend back in our days at URI. He's now the head coach at Pitt. I asked him that question when they played Delaware, and he goes, just have better players. And so I'm sorry. I mean, I wish I could give you some big strategy, but Jimmy's and Joe's sometimes will just beat X's and O's. So
I appreciate the candor as always. Oh.
I think, honestly, to your point, defensively speaking, you've got to get up the field because everything is done. They're trying to create seams on the line of scrimmage. They don't like penetration. So if your defense can cross the line of scrimmage and mess the timing up of that offense, the handoffs, that the wing T they don't like that. Those wing T coaches. And jump ahead. That's the great defense for them is to get a big lead because wing T teams only have about 3 pass plays that they go to, and none of them are going to give you the touchdown right away. So
you mentioned the fact that the Lions don't throw much. They do run, but they not only run the wing formation where they'll sweep the wing backs, but they also have a young man by the name of Ethan Sexton, who's a senior who plays both ways, fullback and defensive back. Mm-hmm. He is their fullback. He'll get the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So they'll fake wing reverse, right, and they'll give him the ball and they'll run up the middle. When
I was coaching at Salve Regina, we were all wing T, from Tim Cohen, who went on to great things, and his son Liam at Kentucky. And so when we would recruit kids for the wing T, we tell them, you're going to be a tailback. So the fullback in a wing T, if you're recruiting, you tell them you're going to be a tailback. And they like that a lot better instead of saying I'm fullback. So,
speaking of Liam Cohen and talking about the University of Kentucky and all that stuff, Liam Cohen's number one job as offensive coordinator,
yes, sir,
is to take care of a young man named Will Levis, who graduated as the second-string quarterback at Penn State, had a year of eligibility, and went to the University of Kentucky to use it. He is the cousin of the school superintendent of Coventry.
Really?
Craig Levis, yeah.
Oh, really? All right. Well,
just a little bit.
That is a little.
Just a little tidbit to impress your friends
Beautiful.
with.
Beautiful.
But Liam's doing a heck of a job there. They're 6-1. I mean, they're for real.
And they lost to Georgia.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Number one team in the nation.
Right.
Hey, you might know the answer to this question. We were looking for Xavier Truss.
Yep.
From Hendricken all through that Kentucky-Georgia game. Didn't see him in any on-the-field activity.
I think Xavier's still trying to get his feet underneath him as far as the demands of the SEC. It is different coming from up here, up north, down south, and a lot of those guys down there are from the south. So
they're
he's
big
tough to get some traction.
Yeah,
it's tough to get traction. So, I think when he gets his chance and gets his due, and he's a redshirt sophomore, so he's got time. So you don't know what's going to happen. He maybe enters a transfer portal.
Great kid.
I know Coach Pittman, who's now the head coach at Arkansas, loved him. And the guys up in Penn State loved him. So maybe we'll see him somewhere else. But, he's a Hawk and he's a West Warwick kid.
That's right.
The family's born and raised up here in West Warwick, and his sisters are Wizards. So, he holds a dual spot in our hearts, And,
it's a long time since the West Warwick kid has been playing college football at that level in a long, long time.
Sure. Who was the last one? Was it Willie?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that.
Willie Edwards.
May have been. During his years at the University of Rhode Island.
Well, Cole Antonio had a chance, but he ended up going track, right?
Right. But, it might have been Willie Edwards.
And he's doing great. And he's doing great at Brown.
And
the running back coach. Yep, doing a great job at Brown. So.
Had a cup of coffee doing some work with the Los Angeles Rams last summer.
Yeah, as a talent scout, I think player development.
Our referee tonight, for those of you who may be watching on Wizards TV, and we welcome you, first of all, to our simulcast. Leo Concepcion is the referee. All officials for tonight's game are from Massachusetts. Don't know if that's because Rhode Island has a dearth of games tonight on a Friday and needed some help from the Bay State, but the entire crew here tonight is a Massachusetts crew.
Yeah, that happens every now and then. I'm not too sure. Sometimes you get Connecticut crews come up too, nearby bordering towns in Connecticut. It's kind of, Rhode Island needs officials. We need more of them to get on board. So that's something that I think every sport in Rhode Island is looking. I think across the country, there's a demand for officials. So if anyone's listening and wants to get involved in officiating, high school sports. You can always reach out to the Interscholastic League. That's not a plug, but
Yeah.
we do talk about it all the time.
And it's not only football; it's just about everything.
It really is. It's everything. It's tough.
Looks like the Wizards have won the toss. Okay, according to Jim Hart, who knows much more.
That's you.
Oh, it's Huey. Okay, where'd Jim go?
He's on the other side.
Yeah, we welcome Hugh Fitzpatrick to West Warwick. Kick off, and we are moments away. Thank you for listening to the Aurora Field pregame show here on I-105.
Rise and remove your caps as we stand for the national anthem, sung tonight by our own West Warwick High School senior, Sarah Petrangelo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was senior
Johnny
Sarah
Boots and
Petrangelo.
Mike Green and I ready to bring you the play-by-play. And somewhere in his home, just 150 yards, 200 yards from here, Steve Dufo is listening. So I want to give Steve a shout-out. I want to make him feel special because he listens all the time and tells me about every mistake that Johnny Boots makes.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Let me tell you. Woo, baby. There is a lot. That's why I'm still doing local radio. I'm not at NBC or ESPN.
So what's my excuse?
You are just a hometown boy who wanted to stay home.
No, I'm just a homely boy. Look at that beautiful Wizards TV monitor. I wish I had a little 12-inch
Listen,
screen here.
every year
Boy,
we
oh
get.
boy.
You know what I'm thinking, and I don't know
We're
who's
spoiled.
listening. I don't know, yeah, but I think for basketball season, I think we might have to come up with something. We might have to come up with something for basketball season, either off my laptop or take a feed off of their monitor.
Don't get too technical. I'm old. Hello, Riley Maynard. Thank you for your dealings with Eric White and company. Wizards move from right to left if you're not following us on Wizards TV. And we are about underway. This one's going to head on a couple of hops to the deep back. It's fumbled for a moment and then immediately struck and taken down at the 17-yard line. Good coverage by the Wizards on a misplayed opening kickoff.
Now, that was a great strategy there because I think they, from what I understand, last week, West Warwick scored to go up against Mount Hope, kicked it deep, and unfortunately, they ran it back. So I think Coach Cola, who runs the special teams, learned from that mistake and had a squib kick trying to help himself out, help the special teams kickoff team out with the ball on the ground.
We saw a lot of that last week with Coventry as well. A lot of squib kicks and line drives just to kind of keep the receiving team off balance.
Yeah, just to play it safe.
Yeah.
You don't really want to.
First and 10, out of the wing they come. Sean Clifford is the quarterback, and immediately they go right up the middle with Ethan Sexton for a gain of maybe 4. It's Sean Clifford at quarterback. His wideouts are Joe Conti and Damian Terizzi. The wings are Isaac Alves and any one of a number of others. Christian Petrone will probably be the other most of the time for the Lions. We'll set them interiorly in a moment. Somebody just turned the lights on. Thank you. Second down, we'll call it 7.
So it looks like you have a little unbalanced formation.
They gave it once again to Sexton, and again he'll pick up a couple. Trying to establish, I guess, the interior running game before they go to the fancy wing stuff, Mike.
I think you have to if you're Lincoln and you watch film. You know, if anything, maybe we're a little light in the inside with our defensive tackles and linebackers, where we have a ton of speed on the outside. So really establish that fullback / tailback, if you will, and just keep feeding him the ball. Once everyone's eyes are looking inside, then you can pop something outside maybe. So
Clifford this time with a single setback.
Oh.
Flag will go down. What happened there? High snap?
yeah, that snap look like a tip ball.
So it's 4th down. Like I said, it almost looked like the flag was coming down. I'm looking at it through older eyes, I guess.
Well, sometimes, you know, if you're having a tough year, that, you know, even the simple thing like a snap can be complicated for you. So
James Branch is the safety nearest to us. And the punt is away cleanly, but very, very short. It's shanked and will roll around. Will it get to midfield? No. Down to the 47-yard line, and we'll see now if it'll be Brady Maeli who comes at quarterback. West Warwick holds on 4 downs. And here come the Wizards. And again, it will be Brady Maeli.
yeah. Well, I think if the offensive line can control the line of scrimmage and just get some movement up front, Brady's not going to need to throw or should need to throw much. So we'll see how many carries DeAndre gets today.
The big sophomore Alex Medeiros brings them out on 1st and 10. DeAndre chases the tailback. I believe it's Jesse Principe who's the halfback in the I formation behind Maeli. Some movement by Lincoln early. Chase. Nice move off right tackle, and he gains about 6 yards across the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
So look like he was offsides. Encroachment on the defense. I would think they decline the penalty because it looks like he gained about 7 yards. So we'll see what he does. Yeah. Yeah.
Principe's out for the season.
So
He's
it
out.
won't be Principe.
He had an injured arm last week.
They're mocking it off on the Wizards. Really?
Well, apparently somebody forced that Lincoln Lion defensive tackle to jump a little bit. So it'll be 1st and 15.
Well, if you're West Pennington, you can't, if you're trying to save Brady's, arm from throwing, this is not probably the down and distance to do it to.
Offset in the I formation with Chase standing at his 41. He accepts the ball, blows right up the middle, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and a couple of yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for West Warwick. In the interior, Medeiros is the center, as aforementioned. The guards are Emiliano Guzman and Nick Pangelinen. The tackles are Jaden Prudent, who's a good one, and Devin Bollier.
Yeah, that was nothing. There was nothing complicated with that. It was just straight ISO, power football, fullback. Nolan Hines up through the middle, leading on the linebacker and to give the chase.
Hines again stands at his 50. Chase is at his own 48. Maeli hard count on 2nd down and 9. Once again, DeAndre, this time coming around the left end. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps on bursting forward, and gets near 1st down yardage over at the 38-yard line or so.
Now, he was met at the line of scrimmage by the safety rolling up, and DeAndre just stiff-armed him and stiff-armed probably about 5 of those Lincoln defensive backs to gain some positive yards. That was a play that DeAndre made on his own there because first contact was made at the line of scrimmage.
It was Caden Waters who eventually made the stop just before Chase ran for first down yardage. Wide right is Branch. Madeira's flanked on the right side. On third down and 1. See if they go to DeAndre again. It's a pitch. He'll go off right tackle. A little bit of room. He'll get the first down after being hit again behind the line of scrimmage and dives forward to the 35-yard line.
No, I think DeAndre just likes the contact because if he just ran, he'd probably be fine. But, those defensive guys who play offense, they want to initiate contact, and that's what DeAndre did. So, what's that, 4 carries in a row?
Yep. He'll probably run it up to about 8 or 9 before they finally give somebody else a chance. Carl Swanson this time goes wide right side. Branch comes to the left. Madeira's flanked left on 1st and 10 for West Warwick. Again, some movement in that Lincoln front line. And again, Chase forward and not much. Maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, the counter play, for West Warwick, it's probably not. It could probably work better just going straight at him. Too much pulling. It allows for penetration, and I think that's kind of what's happening there in that counter play. It takes a little longer to go.
Going to try and use Jim Hart's binoculars here. 2nd down and 9. This is an experiment, live experiment on local radio. Branch goes in motion. Miley is Hines in the backfield along with Chase. Hey, that's pretty good. Brady Long counting again, some movement by the Lincoln Lions.
Flag goes down.
This should be going against Lincoln. Yep. Crazy as this may sound, Johnny Boots, we're on October 22nd. This is only a 2-layer day.
I'm impressed. And you have your 3rd layer in waiting, though.
Yeah,
but I don't think you're going to need it.
My JIC hoodie.
And then, okay, but let's go this play first, and I'll make my comments.
2nd down and 4 or so. Maeli again now looks to screen and throw it behind the receiver. It's incomplete.
So that play is dangerously close to being a backwards pass. It looked a little backwards, actually, to me. And, Lincoln should have picked it up and ran until the officials either blew it dead or let it go.
John Nicole, the backup quarterback, was nearest to the ball for Lincoln. And you're right, that thing was right on that little line of demarcation.
When you're under center and you're throwing it like that, you're basically guaranteeing it being behind the line of scrimmage, a backwards pass. From the shotgun, it works. You can throw it forward. But where Brady is under center.
Branch Madeira's right. Brady sets, looks, throws. Got a man deep. It is complete for a West Warwick touchdown. How about that?
Richard Medeiros, number 7.
29-yard pass play from Miley to Rich Medeiros. The Wizards are on the board first.
Miley didn't look too bad throwing that ball, did he?
Not at all, right?
He had it right on the money.
Well, that's refreshing. Wish I had a bad back.
when you're 17, it's not really a bad back.
Sean Correa for the extra point. The snap, the place. It is up. It is good. And we'll give it up to twin safeties deep. There's another one hopper taken by one of the up backs and brought out to about the 35, 37, 40, breaks free and breaks out to the 47-yard line.
That's a kid that wants to play offense, right? See, coach, see what I can do? If he's not playing, his parents are going to be mad. Right? That's one of those things where, see what my kid can do? He's not playing.
How many times do we hear that?
I don't hear it anymore now.
No.
I used to hear it all the time.
Especially where you were. That's kind of brutal over there.
Yeah, it can be a little harsh.
Warwick, yeah,
it can be a little harsh.
And again, it's not only football.
No,
6:09 left to play first quarter. Out of the wing tee they come. Made in motion is Isaac Alves. He gets the ball, turns the corner on the wing reverse, has some running room, gets down to the 39-yard line.
So that's good old-fashioned buck sweep. And that formation, for those, if anyone's listening to that knows Wing T, it's SO 529 to use those old Al Morrow verbiage.
Boots, you were going to say something earlier, probably something in jest. I'm ready for it.
No, it
now.
wasn't in jest. I'm just making a comment that next week we're going to be on the DeMonte Communications Radio Network, and we're going to be down in Westerly. You might need a third layer next week, but that is a heated press box.
Fake 12s, they give it right up the middle of the Sexton again, and not much doing there for Ethan. Pyle driving his way maybe for a gain of 5, actually, so it's 2nd down and 5.
But we will be in Westerly next week, watching these same West Warwick Wizards take on the Westerly Bulldogs.
Tall order for the Wizards, trying to contain a guy by the name of Zach Tuck, who's tearing it up.
I was promised lots of food, too, by the way.
Well, I mean, they've got their deal going for them. Tried to talk to Dimitra about getting some stuff up here tonight.
Ooh, I'll be there later.
The fake to Sexton, and Clifford is
Wow.
down behind the line of scrimmage. DeAndre Chase came bursting in.
Yeah, great job of DeAndre just staying home and not getting fooled. They were trying to run waggle. And usually what happens is defensive end, DeAndre did a great job. The tackle blocks down is supposed to make the DN squeeze down. But DeAndre didn't bite, came up the field, made a great play.
He and Devin Bollier are the defensive ends for West Warwick. The tackles are Pruden and Guzman. And a bunch of people in the backfield, Branch and Keegan Gormley and others. Hines is there, Sean Schultz is there. It's 2nd down, a 3rd down, I should say, and 11 yards to go. Sean Clifford, the sophomore, accepts the snap, drops back, looks to throw. Out into the left flat, it's going to be incomplete.
He's pressured by Corey Beauvais, number 88, and Devin Bellew.
Play actually gained 2 yards over there near the Lincoln sideline. But it's a harmless 2 yards. It's 4th and 9.
I think you go for it, right? Looks like he is.
Yeah.
Why not? You haven't won. This is those types of plays that,
Let's try something.
can't hurt. Yeah, why not?
Nothing to lose.
Yep.
Alves, the wing back right. Conti is the wide man right.
Oh, yeah,
Alves
2 guys
goes in
moving.
motion. Canadian Football League play.
Yeah.
It gains a 1st down, but
Again.
is there a flag down? There should be a flag down, but there is not.
No.
Whoa.
No. Both wings were moving. So that's that buck sweep again. If they don't stop that, that's all you do. You got to keep running it if you're the coach for
right.
Lincoln.
That man is Sean Kavanaugh, who's, I believe, in his 7th or 8th year as the head coach at Lincoln High School.
Laz Diaz, the umpire, isn't out there, is he? From the other night's
boy,
ALCS?
please.
Sorry.
Hey, you were at that game, huh?
I was at Game 5. That was Game 4. I was at Game 5.
1st down play gets about 7
He
to
was
6 and
he was
run.
consistent, though, right?
Consistently awful. 23
Yeah.
bad calls.
What was it, 11 and 12
Yep.
against? So there's a
Second-
pattern here. You're going to get buck sweep, inside run. And he's going to do that consistently. So Wing T guys definitely have a pattern of calling plays. If he was a better throwing team, he might come back with waggle now.
Again, wide right they come with Will Brown. Alves at the wing left, and the handoff goes up the middle. It wasn't Sexton. It was Ryan Plant. And he picked up maybe a yard or two. It's 3rd and 5. Lincoln on the drive, trailing 7-0 after the 29-yard touchdown pass from Aielli to Richie Medeiros.
Well, you can come back with bucks. That's the play that's been, converting big yards for them. So I would bet they're going to do that. Come back with buck sweep.
Single setback formation for Clifford. And flags go down and whistles and all kinds of things, and we got a problem. Procedure against Lincoln.
Yep. Not the direction coach wants to move at this point.
So now it's third and 10, really. And I'll break the lines again. Al's wing back right. Fake to Sexton. Al's has the ball and is taken down.
Yep.
And it'll be fourth down.
He went right back to buck sweep, but now there was penetration by the inside linebackers.
So fourth and a long way to go.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who 45 is, but 45 blitzed. So when those guards pull, that leaves a big run-through hole. And
That's
and
Leo
what-
Guzman.
A great job there running, having a run-through right behind the guards. Made a play.
All right, this time they've got wide right, flanker right, wide left, and a couple of wing backs. Clifford looks to throw over the middle, and it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Clifford got hit hard, too. Oof. Who was that, number 53?
That's
Nick Pangellin.
Yeah, well, Clifford got hit very hard by him after the throw.
Somebody missed their block. So the Wizards take over first and 10. How about that? With a 7-0 lead and 50 seconds left to play in a rather quick moving first quarter.
Yes. Gotta love those teams that run. Just keep running, boys.
Nice handoff, Brady. Nice handoff, Brady. Nice handoff, Brady. Wiley still the quarterback. Hands to Chase. One-on-one with a would-be tackler. That didn't work out very well for Lincoln. DeAndre gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Taken down by Jacob Murray and a couple of others.
Simple toss play that gains 7 yards, maybe 6 yards. That's all you can ask. I mean, that was a good for Lincoln, even though it was a 6-yard gain. Lincoln did a good job rallying up to meet the running back.
Not a moment lost in the season by West Pennington trying to teach these kids some good football.
That's
He's
all you
worked
really
hard
want.
all year long.
And that's all you want. I mean, West took on the job a little later probably than most would like. So he didn't have a full season, full.
And Mike Green, of course, alongside. Mike, thanks a lot for all the help during the West Warwick games. You've been super.
This has been great. Thanks for having me. It's just fun. It's just a different vision that I'm used to, and I'm enjoying it.
Now you
So
know
thank
how.
you.
Now you know I've been doing it for like 49 years,
Wow.
Plus.
Yeah, it is fun.
or however long it's been. I think it's 50 years in April. Believe it or not.
Oh, we're going to have a big celebration.
No, we're not.
Yes,
Second
we are.
down to make that third down and 1. Here's the pitch
Sean Schultz.
to Hines, and down he goes. It's either Hines or Schultz.
It's Sean
It's
Schultz.
to the 34-yard line, and it's going to be fourth down.
Lincoln had everybody up on the line of scrimmage at that point. I think there were probably one person was covering the wideout, and there were 10 other kids around the line of scrimmage. So I guess they're figuring West Warwick's going to run.
So my question is, and who am I to second guess, but DeAndre was not in the huddle on that play. He was standing on the sidelines with West Pennington on third and short.
Yep, well,
That's an ideal DeAndre chase
Right.
down.
oh, he's back in. I think he heard you. Because here he is.
Fourth and short. Big play here for the Wizards. DeAndre gets the ball. DeAndre gets the first down. Gets to the 40-yard line or so. Why punt?
When you have DeAndre Chase.
Monk used to say, when you have a racehorse, you run him.
Absolutely.
Well, they only gave him the 39, but that's still good enough for a first down.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have much. It's tough. DeAndre's a big kid, and he's probably bigger than most of the linemen that Lincoln has.
Brady Maile out of the shotgun, hands it off to DeAndre. DeAndre looking for running room on the left side. Chase is going to be stacked up and taken down at about the run line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard or so.
Yeah, that was good pursuit from Lincoln, and really not, and poor blocking from the perimeter guys from West Warwick. So
Again, it's Jacob Murray, the linebacker, on the stop with that good lateral pursuit.
wideouts want to catch, but wideouts they have to block more than probably run routes. So
We're going to try this with the monitor again. We don't know how this is going to work. Maele out of the shotgun. This is how the big-time TV guys do it. Brady drops back, looks, lets it fly right side, It is going to be
Caught by Swanson.
complete
Oh,
at
and
the
a flag.
42-yard line. The flag will go down. Carl Swanson made the reception. That's how to let the play-by-play guy finish his job there, Boots. Attaboy.
Think Mr. Dufour's going to
Yeah,
that's another.
That's going to be, I'm going to hear that one at 7:30 Mass at Sacred Heart.
Let me just shut my mic off. There we go.
That's my job.
Next week, I'm not going to be able to get a word in edgewise because there's going to be 4 people in the booth.
And,
So
I'm not going to talk much. That's Kenny's home game. He's got it.
So that was
It's
a
a
big
late hit.
penalty.
So that reception by Swanson is going to be amplified and taken down to the 28-yard line. Credit Hugh Fitzpatrick for making the call. To me, at least. I like that. I'm going to try that again. Wizards get 20, 25 yards on the pass play to Swanson. I was still using the monitor. Again, Lincoln moves. They go up on DeAndre Chase, and he's got yards. Just that burst up the middle. And that's Pruden and Medeiros on that right side, creating the hole for DeAndre Chase, and then the big guy did the rest.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best recipe for success right now for Coach Pennington is just feed DeAndre the ball.
Oh, that's beautiful.
he tilted it for you.
That Riley Maynard, he's got it all going for him.
Brian who? Who's that last guy? Brian who?
I remember him. Brady hands. DeAndre looks left
See,
side.
that's that counter play again. It's just really not going anywhere. Might want to take that one off the playbook. What playlist tonight, Coach? Because you've run it twice for no yards. And
Murray again with Kalen Waters. And some help from that second-string quarterback, John Nicole. 9 to go, first half. Wizards driving for what would be a second score. They lead it 7-0.
well, if I'm Lincoln, I'm alerting my defensive backs. This is a passing down. Find number 7. He's in the slot now.
Boots, I got another one for you.
Oh, boy.
Some Lincoln High School football trivia. Whistles will blow, and timeout. Second down and about 13. Maeli will drop back and look. He will swing it out to the right side. It's going to be complete for a touchdown.
Well, they gave it to James Branch. They ran a little post-corner combination. Richard Medeiros running the corner route. James Branch on the post. Great throw, great protection, great catch. All around, great job from the Wizards offense.
21 yards on the touchdown pass from Brady Maeli to James Branch. And like I said, he should get hurt a little bit more often.
Yeah, no kidding.
Brady's having a heck of a day so far. Completions to Branch, Medeiros, and Carl Swanson. Now here's the point up. And good. Korea makes it a 14-point lead. They head back upfield with 6:18 left to go here in the second quarter.
8:18 to go in the first half.
Make it 8:18. My bad. Wizards 14, Lincoln nothing on I-105.5 at 1450 a.m.
When it comes time to catch those perfect moments, let Michelle Maeli Photography catch them with you, together. Since 2009, whether it's a wedding, child photography, or a family portrait, Michelle Maeli Photography has captured the moments that are cherished forever. It's no wonder Michelle Maeli Photography has won the Wedding Wire Couples Choice Regional Award every year since 2015. So capture the moment. Call Michelle Maeli Photography at 401-486-5887 to set up an appointment. Michelle Maeli Photography, 53 Providence Street, West.
Now, is that
Remember?
Moss's son? Randy Moss's kid?
No. I think he's graduated now, isn't he?
He did, yeah. No, he did. He was at LSU, wasn't
Yeah.
Yes.
he? Well, now is he in the pros? I think he must have.
Korea's kick
I
went
think
out
he
of
might
bounds
be.
to the 23. Yeah, he went LSU or Tulane, somewhere down
LSU.
south. Yeah.
Thaddeus.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a tight end. He's playing now for the Bengals. The tight end.
Hey, Burrow brought them all over with him, didn't he? Jeez.
Hey, they're not having a bad year, those Bengals.
That's right.
When's the last time we could say that? I think it was like 40 when I could say that last time.
Kenny Anderson.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe Boomer.
Yeah, see?
They're going to kick it over again.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to try it again. This
Yeah.
is one of those rules, though. You almost want to give them just the ball somewhere so they can reduce. I know they're looking to reduce, the risk of collisions.
Well, let's turn to our referee in the box, Huey Fitzpatrick. That rule that says you don't get the ball at the 40-yard line anymore is moot. It's gone. The rule that basically when you kick a ball out of bounds, you used to be able to get the ball at the 40-yard line. That doesn't happen anymore? 35. So they want the re-kick instead. Okay. And you have the option.
Yeah.
Okay. The networks have nothing on us. We've got Huey. The ball taken at the 25-yard line, brought across the 30 to the 40, a little bit of running room, and out to the 47-yard line it's taken.
Sean Schultz with the tackle
Yeah,
for
but
the Wizards.
I'd say that offensively and defensively, they're doing terrific at special teams now. This kickoff unit is going to have to tighten up a little bit the next few games because they're playing some good ball clubs.
So next week when we go to Westerly, just to be warning you, they don't have lights on their towers anymore. They have to bring in portable lights with generators throughout the whole field. Their whole lighting system on the towers. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
They went to Sexton again for 7 yards, but go ahead. Yeah, this is a major concern.
Their whole lighting system in Westerly is down. So they have to bring in portable generators with light stands to light the field so they can play a Friday Night Lights game.
Huh.
I just found that out today in our meeting with our illustrious boss. I said, oh, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be loud.
And they haven't decided what they're going to do, if they're going to fix them or replace them.
I don't want to sound dumb like I usually do.
No.
Why not play on Saturdays under natural light? Sexton again for a couple. I have affirmation from Huey on that. Just play it when
like
the
we
sun's
used
out.
to.
Yeah.
Right.
3rd and 4.
But not
That's
next Saturday.
They
I
can't
do it
get those
next
lights high enough. That's the thing. Those portable lights, because back when we were all playing,
Yep.
and they tried to have night games, they brought those portable lights in, and they just don't They're not tall enough to really cast the right light, and there are a lot of dark spots on the field, which can be dangerous for the players.
Especially in the end zones.
Right.
Clifford brings them out on 3rd and 4. He had Conti wide. Now gives the win reverse to Brown, and he'll get across the 30 to the 20. I should say to the 30-yard line.
Well, Sean Schultz.
50, 40, 30. Yeah.
Sean Schultz was almost he grabbed at his shoestrings. That buck sweep is coming, and when the wingback goes in motion, it's impossible to go on any other count but one. So the linebacks can time up the snap, and that's where they get that penetration. Can't go on two because.
And again, back timeout. Alves gets the ball, tangled up with a couple of Wizard defenders,
Flag on the play.
and is taken down. We have a flag somewhere around the line of scrimmage.
And they're just running buck sweep. But this time they did it with no motion,
Yeah.
so they couldn't time up the blitz.
It's against the Lions. And it's going to send them back a ways. How does the 46-yard line sound to hold?
Sounds great if you're a Wizard.
4th and 16.
See, Wing T doesn't have a play for that in their playbook. Just just not.
Clifford rolls out left, finding some room on the left side, beats Bollier to the 30-yard line, and then gets down to the 23.
Oh, there you go. Because that is the one play they run, waggle, and he kept it. So that was probably wise on his part. The quarterback, you got to know your limitations. He's not a great passer, so just keep the ball and run.
Just a sophomore is showing Clifford. He's handled the duties every game for the Lions so far this season. Now again, Al sets up wing back right side, this time the strong side of the field. And he got the ball, he got hit, continues to fall forward, and gets the 15-yard line or so.
I was very close to a penalty, a hold on DeAndre Chase. That wing back really couldn't control him. DeAndre did his job, created penetration, and, could have been a hold. But, obviously the official didn't see it.
It's about the only way you stop DeAndre Chase. You do something illegal.
That's it. Tackle him, hold him.
2nd down and 5. Lions with their first real drive. This is their deepest penetration into the game. Conti is deep left. They go up the middle and untouched toward the end zone and into the end zone.
That's it.
And the Lions have fumbled
They gave him
close.
a touchdown.
They give him the touchdown.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Lincoln Lions.
And it was Isaac Alves.
Just a quick dive up the middle. So at that point, they've established the buck sweep. Everyone's watching the wing back. And they come back to the left, to the weak side. Touchdown was easy.
Now for the extra point. It's Kapadia.
Hey, when you coach up defense against an option team, sometimes or a wing T team, sometimes you take the ball out of practice and just run the plays and have your kids trust their keys. And every offense has its keys, and sometimes what happens with these misdirection offenses, you end up looking at the quarterback trying to find the ball. And that's kind of what happened.
Pretty decent crowd tonight on homecoming night.
Well, it's senior night, homecoming, beautiful night in West Warwick.
Kick into no man's land, touched by the Wizards, and downed at the 37-yard line. There's either Branch or Hines there in front of the Wizard sideline. And West Warwick gets the ball 1st and 10.
I swear that I think these kids are a little quieter than in weeks past. I thought they've been louder, haven't they?
They have been louder. They were louder 2 weeks ago when we were here.
Remember when the band used to wear the uniforms with the hats with the orange
the
thing?
feather.
Not anymore.
Well, that's a jazz band.
Okay.
You're speaking of the marching band. Do they still have a marching band here, Mr.
No.
No, they don't.
They don't. No. I love a band. I love the band sound, the high school band sound. I think it's great.
Love the bands at East Providence and Cranston West. Always
they're
two of
very
the
good.
best.
Terrific.
I was in a band. Henrican.
Were
Freshman
you?
year. Yep. Drumline.
There you go.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
I did not know that.
The multi-talented Johnny Boots.
Don't ask me to play the drums anymore. I totally forgot how to play them. Then somebody wrote me in the radio my freshman year in high school. I don't
Who
know
would that be?
I don't know.
All right, Richard Medeiros is the lone wideout. He's on the short side of the field, the right. 1st and 10 for Brady Maeli and company, and the hand's going to go to DeAndre Chase. He is going to be taken down after a gain of next to nothing. Good pursuit. Tackle made by Zeke Luciano and a bunch of others.
If you're a Wizard, Lincoln did a great job on that last drive. You'd hate to see the momentum start to turn. If you're West Warwick, you really need to have a scoring drive right here to kind of grab that momentum back.
This is like when you score 4 runs in an inning, and the next inning you want to hang a donut on the scoreboard so the other team doesn't score. This is my baseball analogy of the night. Richie Medeiros this time isolated wide left side. One-on-one with the defender. Chase going to get the ball. DeAndre is going to be taken down again for a short gain of maybe a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 7. What do you think, Mike? Are they on to him?
Well, I did notice that they are flipping their offensive line, so maybe that's a tell Lincoln's figured out, and they're setting up their defense to where our stronger offensive linemen are. Seems that way, maybe.
Strains of the Jackson 5 from the Jazz Band. Hey.
And no one knows who that group was over there. Those kids. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun from Miele, Branch goes in motion. Brady's got the snap. He looks to throw. It's into the flat. It's complete to Branch. He'll get 2 or 3. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, when Brady got rid of the ball rather quickly, and maybe that's because he is a little sore, because if he just held it just one more second, he had Rich Medeiros on a little curl route wide open for a 1st down. But he went right to the James Branch on an arrow.
It's 4th down, but a timeout has been taken on the field. High snap fielded cleanly, and he got it off.
Just about.
Decent one, too. They're going to let it go. It's going to take a wizard roll. Look at this thing go. All the way down to the 11-yard line or so.
Nice to see you.
So some good production there.
Well, we talked about him, and he came to see us. Here's Xavier Truss, the Georgia Bulldog, West York, in the booth with us.
Can you believe it?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
I'm good. Good to be home for the weekend, man.
Until you stand next to him, you forget how big he is. You
yeah.
just don't realize it.
That's the kind of person you say, he's my friend.
Well, you better, right?
Yeah, looking good out here.
How are the grades?
Good.
Adam.
Best semester I've had, so,
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
You can take that in case he wants to ask you a question.
Got some nice gear on.
Deep pass, and got a wide open receiver. It's Wetmore, the tight end, out to midfield and beyond.
He's got a mic now.
Clifford just lofted it and found Wetmore, who carried it past midfield, and it's 1st and 10 for Lincoln. So Xavier, what's the story? Give us the football deal first.
Shoot. I mean, we're having a great season so far, man. We're taking it one game at a time, you know. Started off great.
Number 1 in the country isn't a bad place to be, huh?
Yeah, not bad, man. But we got to just focus 1 week at a time. We got Florida up next. It's going to be a big game, big rivalry.
A little bit different than West Warwick, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Alves carries, gets a couple of yards, taken down at about the 43. Schultz is there. A couple of others are there. Corey Boisvert is there, too. And again, a timeout is taken with 2:31 left. Well, let's just keep it here. So, that the Georgia-Florida game, world's largest tailgate party.
Yes, sir.
Some thoughts?
It's going to be good. My dad will be down there, so I know he's going to have a good time. I know all the parents getting together. They're all, one big family, so it's good to see them all barbecuing and having a good time.
How difficult was it to make the change in the environment from basically Rhode Island high school football to the big time? And it is the big time.
Heck yeah, that was that whole first year, what it was all about, just getting better, realizing you're a little fish in a big pond again, and just getting as good as you can, getting the playbook down, just getting as strong as you can.
How did you handle that? What did they do specifically to get you stronger and a little bit leaner?
Just getting in the weight room, focusing on your weaknesses is a big part. Just understanding what you're not the best at and attacking that. And I think they do a great job getting us strong and focused and locked in.
Clifford puts one up deep. It is complete at the 20-yard line.
Do you feel that? Unfortunately, there's some momentum happening here, and it's not going in the Wizards' favor. Lincoln's moving the ball with ease at this point. It's 150 left in the half, and Lincoln's taking it to the Wizards by air and on the ground. So we'll see if they can get a stop here and go into half still up.
And it was the tight end Wetmore again with his second reception of the drive. It's 1st and 10 for the Lions. And now they come with a single wing that time. And not much doing, and taken back to the 30-yard line is Clifford, I should say is Alves, after the handoff from Clifford. And again, a timeout is called. The Lions will expend their final timeout. So
Do you ever sit at home on the weekend with nothing to do? Check out Local Music Watch New England, your source for live local music, making local bands and venues publicly known. The group shares all of their information on their Facebook and website. Just search for Local Music Watch New England on Facebook or visit their website www.lmwne.webador.com. Local Music Watch New England, keeping an eye on local music so you don't have to.
I know.
Back here, the gang's all here. Hugh Fitzpatrick's doing our referee translations, and Xavier Trust joins us. He of the Georgia Bulldogs. Wow.
The SEC, that's it. That's the top of the food chain in college football.
During the break, I said, well, who you got coming up beside Florida? Oh, we get Tennessee and Missouri, and eventually we'll get Alabama if we went out. It doesn't get any bigger than that.
No, they blew the whistle. There was a little movement up front from Lincoln, but the ref hadn't called.
Clifford rolls out, looks again, throws to the short man. It's broken up.
That was a great job by the defensive end and the inside linebacker coming up and not allowing the quarterback to take the corner as he did earlier in the game.
Swanson on the play.
So when you played Kentucky, great game. We watched it. Did you happen to see Coach Cohen? And did you ever see those guys on the field?
So I missed Coach Cohen, but
Yep.
I did see Coach White.
You saw White, all right.
Yeah, I saw Coach White, another Hendricken grad. What I
That's
didn't know is that I didn't know he actually went to Georgia for a year after
Really?
Hendricken.
I know he went to Wake Forest,
Yeah,
right?
so he graduated, went and played a year at Georgia, and then transferred to Wake Forest.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Little Hendricken Georgia connection.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're in your junior year already.
I know. Time
Looks like
flies.
delay a game. There's a penalty. It looks like might be delay a game. When that back judge throws a flag, he should have a buzzer on his belt, and when that buzzer goes off, he throws a flag.
Timeout, Lincoln.
So that is their final timeout. X, do you hear it all from Quiddy?
Yeah, me and him still talk time to time. I'm glad it's good to see him doing his thing out there, man. I'm super proud of him. And we always got a NFL Network on in the locker room, so whenever the Colts pop up, it's always good to see him.
I think Rhode Island is proud of the both of you.
Yeah, both of you guys.
Bringing some prominence to Rhode Island, to Little Road.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
We got Anye over there.
Yeah,
Notre
over at
Dame.
Notre Dame.
That's right.
Notre Dame.
That's
well.
right.
Still talking to him time to time.
Has he realized? Has he woken up from that dream that he woke up? Hey, oh my God!
Yeah,
I'm at Notre Dame.
I tried to explain it to him, man. You know, he made it. I had that combo with him as soon as he got to Hendy when he was a freshman, man. You know, he still had his basketball body. I was like, man, you know, you could be nasty. Just keep doing your thing. Keep getting stronger. I mean, it's great to see.
There's some pictures of him on Instagram. He's put on some serious weight.
Serious weight.
He's about 290, they said now.
Yeah.
I want to pick up a question from Mike there. When was the first time the dream became reality for you? When you stepped onto the field, or
For
when was
me,
it?
I think it was my junior year. I would say toward maybe the end of my sophomore year, and I think that was a really special team for me. When Chris Hindle was our quarterback, I think those group of seniors really, you know, motivated me to play the best I could.
Absolutely nothing up the middle for Sexton.
Yeah, that was a great group. That
Yeah.
year. They were just great.
That was
great
one of my
leadership.
favorite teams I've ever played on.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah, that was Quiddy's senior year. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now it's fourth down, and Clifford will drop back. He's under the rush, chases right there. He let it go, and it is incomplete. Intercepted and then dropped.
Well, here you
And
go.
now running with the football down the
Did
five,
they
down
call
the
it
sideline
interception fumble?
is Branch, or Medeiros, I should say. Richie is in for a touchdown.
Well, there was no whistle.
No whistle. They did
So-
signal a
Got to
touchdown.
keep playing. You don't hear a whistle, you keep playing.
That was weird. The ball was initially intercepted, then dropped. So instead of ruling it incomplete, they ruled it an interception and a fumble. Richie picked it up and had the presence of mind to run it about 80 yards from the score. And the Wizards get a gift and are up 20-7. Weird.
A fortuitous bounce is what they would call it.
I could not have said that any better,
There you
Michael.
go. I'm learning. I think Xavier came here to socialize, not hang out with a bunch of old guys up in the booth.
It's all
So
good.
Hey, I don't mind.
It's a fun time. You already know.
I don't mind one bit. So it goes as an 80-yard fumble recovery from Medeiros. Not a pick six, but
No, does James Branch get the assist? He had the interception fumble.
that was just a weird play, but it worked out for West Warwick, and they're up 20-7 with 45 seconds to play. Wonder how Kavanaugh feels about that on the opposite sideline.
Do come, yeah. I think the Colts. Are the Colts going to New England, or New England goes to the Colts?
Oh, good question.
They're going out there.
Korea's kick is up, and it's good. We'll sort it out when we come back. 45 to go here in the period. 21-7. West Warwick in the lead. Jess, how are you? Terrific. The ball is taken by Wetmore on the kickoff. He brings the ball from 25 to the 32, and there's a lot of orange on the play.
Well, you got about 40 seconds left if you're Lincoln. You know, outside of that mistake, they really moved the ball well in the second quarter. So the Coach Kavanaugh does have a lot to build on going into the second half. And quite honestly, Coach Pennington, I think he should remind his players that the game's not over yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have to play 4 quarters and not the half. So
1st and 10 for the Lions. Time waning here in the second quarter as Clifford, who's gone to the air a couple of times, will fake the rollout. He'll hand it to Alves on the wing counter, and he'll get out for first down yardage to the 41 or thereabouts. He didn't get out of bounds as the clock will run with 24 seconds left to play. No huddle offense again. Alves sets one side, Patron sets the other. Clifford drops, looking for Whitmore, and he throws it to the near sidelines, and it's incomplete. Under some pressure there from 3 Wizards. I saw Pangelin in there.
yeah, you know, if you, at this point in the game, maybe you just take a knee and get into the second half and regroup. You know, you throw a ball here, it's intercepted. You just had 1 turnover for a touchdown. You know, you want to kind of stop the bleeding here if you're Lincoln and just, you know, get into half, make your adjustments.
Sooner or later, we're going to ask you about that play with Medeiros. They send everybody looking for Whitmore, and
Intercepted.
it is intercepted.
By Carl Swanson.
He was in double coverage
Yeah.
on Whitmore, and Swanson comes in with the play, and the Wizards will have it with 5 seconds left to play in the first half.
Right. And the Wizards can throw the ball deep. They've proven that tonight. So now you gave the Wizards 5 seconds left to potentially score another touchdown.
Would you run a play here, or would you just go victory
if I'm West
formation?
Warwick, yeah, absolutely. They deserve to have a touchdown because at this point, he should have just took a knee and went into the halftime, and throwing the ball like that wasn't good clock management. So you have Richard Medeiros, who's their guy. So let's see if he just runs straight down by 25. No.
Maeli will
He's
take
a better
knee.
man than.
Quite some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your West Warwick Wizards cheerleaders. The West Warwick Wizard family would love to give a big thank you to the high school cheerleading squad showing up every week and leading our team. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to announce the senior cheerleaders and football players. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior cheerleaders. Jillian Dambroska, escorted by her family. Christina Sebastio, also escorted by her family. Ava Tavares and her family. Captain Emily Flintz and her family. And Senior Captain Abigail Bello and her family. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause for our senior cheerleaders. And now to recognize our senior football players. Senior number 88, Corey Boisvert and family. Senior Captain, number 7, Richard Medeiros Jr. and his family. Senior Captain, number 31, Nolan Hines and his family. And ladies and gentlemen, Avery Bliss, accompanied by his West Warwick Wizard football family. Let's go, Wizards. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior class. And a special thank you to all of the parents and family members who put up with us at Wizard Nation.
So back at Masnicki Field, the Wizards have yet to appear back on their sidelines. The Lions are already back from their little halftime discussion with Sean Kavanaugh off to the end zone, far side to our left. In a 21-7 game, Brady Maeli has a couple of touchdown passes. Rich Medeiros has a couple of touchdowns, including one pass from Maeli, and an 80-yard fumble recovery on that bizarre play with 45 seconds left in the half. The other touchdown was a 21-yarder from Maeli to James Branch. A couple of kicks by Sean Correa, and that's your Wizards scoring. Alves scored from 18 yards out. Capadilla led the way with the extra point. That one coming with 4:44 left on a good, solid, sustained drive. Really the only one that Lincoln had in this entire football game thus far.
They did a great job. It was that whole series, Lincoln moved the ball with efficiency. Looked solid. Just one bad play there turned into 6 points for the Wizards. So if you're Lincoln, maybe the conversation is just keep the game plan moving forward, buck sweep, little counter inside, and try to play good defense.
If you're the Wizards, you're doing what you're doing.
Got to run the ball. You just got to just keep feeding DeAndre Chase. You're making first downs. You're burning up the clock.
I think Maeli is maybe 4 for 5 in this game so far. just that lateral might be the only pass that may have fallen incomplete. But he threw one to Swanson, the 2 touchdown passes, and then that flat pass on the right side.
Right.
4 out of 5. Again, our stats are unofficial, but
No,
they're usually pretty good.
Here's something I like to see. All the kids in the circle stretching together. Now, that's something I haven't seen yet, to be quite honest with you. So I'm happy to see that coming together on senior day, putting it all together. I think that means a lot now.
And all the captains in the middle.
Yeah, I do think that's
Pangelinan and Medeiros and Maeli.
I feel terrible. Jesse Princeby was really just a spark plug for this team. Offensively and defensively. To lose him, I believe he has a wrist injury. He's a terrific cross-country. He was a 2-sport athlete in the fall, running cross-country as well as playing football.
And not only did they lose Princeby, but they lost Louis Rossi.
Correct.
Who was pretty dominant in the game against Cranston West that we did first game of the year.
He's a good runner. I haven't seen him. This is the first year I've actually seen him, play football, and I was very impressed with how he ran the ball. Ran the ball very, very hard.
Next week, we take these microphones. We jump in Johnny Boots' car. Hint, hint.
Does that mean you're climbing into the truck?
That's fine. And we're driving to Westerly.
Yep.
We're at Salagiri Field. It'll be Stanley Dunbar's Westerly Bulldogs against these West Warwick Wizards. Our air time is 6:45, beginning with the Aurora Fuel pregame show. That will be a good one. Ken Collins, Lou Papadilla, Bill Samaggio, Boots, and me.
I better get a bigger board.
Better get a bigger press box, and it's big anyway.
5 announcers? Wow.
We're pretty close. When we had X here, we were 5 because we had Huey. We had Mike.
I'll stay home.
You, me. You know the boss wouldn't go for that.
I have a Pink Heels event the next day. Big, huge ball, 525 people. All spaced apart 6 feet, by the way. Joking. That's jest.
Oh, okay.
But there is 525 people going to a Pink Heels ball.
Where is it?
Crown Plaza. We take over the Crown Plaza. Literally take over every ballroom. So that's a huge fundraiser for the Rhode Island Pink Heels next Saturday night.
What a great organization that is.
We try. It's a big month, busy month.
Now, what's your status with them now that you're a retired firefighter?
I'm still the vice president.
Is there a term limit to this?
No. I've been the vice president now for 4.5 years. So
Veep for life.
Yeah, basically. But enjoying retirement, maybe. Maybe there's bigger things to come.
I certainly hope so.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, we want to express our condolences to the fans of Billy Vigen.
Yeah, that was shocking. I didn't see that. I just saw that.
Happened earlier this week.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh, great guy for local sports and national sports as well. But he always stayed local, always kept it local.
Lions will kick as the Wizards won the toss and deferred and reap the benefits of it right now. Capadilla lets it fly. It is taken at the 21-yard line. Brought out to the 30 to the 40. Still on his feet to the 45-50. Breaking tackles and heading down into Lincoln territory. It's DeAndre Chase. Wow.
Now, if you're the Lincolns, would you kick it to Chase? I'm not a football expert, but it's common sense.
I don't think you need to be. I think I don't know. You had 10 other guys to kick the ball to, and you kicked it to the worst person. Well, maybe Richard Medeiros, but I mean, if you had to pick your poison, I'm sure he watched film. Right? You'd think he'd watch film and go, well, maybe this kid's pretty good.
You think he watched the first half for crying out loud?
Jeez, I mean, you kick it to the.
DeAndre's going to have about 200 yards of all-purpose rushing and returning yardage.
Yeah.
It's first down. They bust up the middle off left guard and pick up 6 or 7.
Yeah. You get Sean Schultz is the tailback right now. DeAndre is getting a break after that kick return. He was tackled by number 7, Jalon Bodden. Jalon was a West Warwick student of ours. He recently moved. His brother Jay Wynn is playing over at the institution in Warwick that we don't like to talk about.
Medeiros wide right side. They go right up the middle again, and Schultz is going to be close to first down yardage. I personally think he got the 20-yard line.
Looks like they're going to mock it and give him the 20, maybe the 21. Looks like he definitely had a first down. Look at they mocked it. And they're giving him the first
They
down.
will move the sticks. Well, they'll move 2 of the 3 sticks. That's probably Wayne Miller slacking over there on the far sideline, just kind of waiting to get his stick into the ground. Or as my wife calls them, the upside down exclamation points.
Yeah.
Brady Maeli has Chase in a tailback position. He will look to throw. He'll look toward the end zone. It is going to be knocked down. Intended for Swanson. Double coverage on Swanson. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Basically a free down.
At that point, yeah, I mean, if I'm the Lincoln defensive coach, I'm telling that kid, great job, awesome position, catch the ball. Knocking it down doesn't help us.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
points.
we need the ball, we need the possession, catch the football. Now it's 1st and 10 Lincoln instead of 2nd and 10 West Warwick. So it's all about getting the ball when you're on defense.
Swanson wide right side, Branch wide to the left. Again, Chase, the tailback in the I formation. DeAndre gets the ball, goes off the left tackle. He's going to go and touched
Nope.
to
Just
about
shy.
the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
About as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was going to get in there too, but somebody grabbed
What?
his shoestrings.
Yep. He got 19 of the 20 yards he needed. And I would bet a dozen donuts that he gets the ball right now and goes right over Pangelinan
You
and
think?
Prudent for the score. We'll see.
How about a quick trap to Nolan Hines, number 31, a senior on senior day? What do you think?
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Here it is. Maeli hands it is indeed. Hines close.
Oh, they didn't give it to him.
I mean, from here, he looked like he had crossed that line and then got pushed back,
Yeah.
but
No.
I think he broke the plane. But they didn't give it to him.
Nope.
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 At that point, you go, hey, you turn to his parents like, I tried. That's all you can say.
No huddle for the Wizards.
Tom Brady. Oh,
Nope.
did it
they give
again.
it to him again.
All right.
Touchdown, Wizards. So Nolan Hines
Nolan Hines.
with his first touchdown of the year, I believe,
Yep, it might have been.
on the 1 yard plunge. I wonder if you're on the field and Maeli's saying no huddle, and he just says, same play, hut, hut. Correa looking for his 4th extra point right here. There's another one that's done a very nice job this year for West Warwick.
9:36 left in the third quarter. Wizards with a 28-7 lead after a 1 yard touchdown run by Nolan Hines. Kickoff by the Wizards.
Nunes goes into no man's land, picked up at the 35-yard line, brought to the 44. And make the note that at 7:23 p.m.
It's the longest
Eastern Standard Time, on the next to the last weekend of the regular season, I finally caved into a third layer of clothing.
I didn't think you were going to do it.
You thought I was going to do it Labor Day weekend. Who are you kidding?
Oh, true. I got to say, this press box does stay a little bit warmer than the Coventry press box, since it's like a cold storage.
No concrete.
Yeah.
Clifford, hands. Maybe a gain of 5. It looks like Sexton on the play. Ethan Sexton has been the workhorse. Alves has gotten the yardage, Isaac Alves. But they've gone up the middle with Sexton consistently at 2nd down and 5.
Lincoln's going right back.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Lincoln's going right back to, what was successful, just running the ball inside the tackles when they can. They'll probably pop one when they see they have the defense moving. They'll probably pop one outside. And if you're Lincoln, you're just trying to just move the clock, move the chains.
They've got a tough one to end their regular season. They got Barrington.
Oof.
They were good. And now Clifford's going to be taken down and sacked at the 42-yard line. Hines, a little bit of extra juice that's left over from the touchdown.
Yeah, how about that?
He came blitzing in and made the play on Clifford. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 9.5.
Yeah, they're trying to tie. It's tough. Once you go in motion, the defense can time up your snap. And that's what the Wizards are doing. So they're doing a great job getting inside and getting across the line of scrimmage.
Conti comes wide right. They haven't targeted him at all. He's isolated one-on-one against Medeiros. Now Clifford rolls, looks for running room, lets it fly. It is complete to the 40-yard line, to the 34. And then a wicked tackle by James Branch, and a flag will go down.
Well, that's one of those decisions. That's a decision on the ref that it was probably unsportsmanlike conduct drove him into the ground, maybe.
Yep. Conduct against the Wizards. But a hard tackle. Good, sure tackle. Just picked them up and dropped them down.
Yep. That was a good football play. Now, Lincoln did a great job. They ran waggle and hit the underneath. They hit the low man in the flat. So that was a good play for Lincoln.
So they complete on 3rd and long. Now Brady Maeli is here on the near sideline alone with his thoughts, which leads me to believe that it could be James Branch time because of that back situation. Alves goes in motion. Sexton gets the call. Sexton burrows his way up the middle and gets down to about the 11-yard line.
So that's something a little different now. That's number 52 carrying the ball, which you don't see very often.
No, that's Will Bowley. You're right.
So they ran ISO with probably the biggest guy they have.
I just took it for granted it was Sexton.
So did I.
Maybe it's time to go back to using the monitor. Hint. Thank you, Riley Maynard.
So now
we'll see who they set up. Out of the eye they come again. Alves goes in motion again and it's movement.
little things that happen to teams that aren't successful, having a tough time finding wins. They find a way to lose, a fumble, an interception, and those things happen, going off sides when you have momentum. So
false start is a call. Hugh Fitzpatrick all over that one. This is fun having my own Sean Pereira next to me like this. Mike Lombardi, Sean Pereira, or is it Mike Pereira?
Mike Pereira.
Mike
You want to take Hugh with you next week? Is he going to be?
No, he'll be at Coventry doing Coventry Moses Brown. Alves again goes in motion. They go barreling up the middle again, and this time
Jalen
Bodden again.
Run that ball.
That's it. Just keep running, boys.
It's a pretty nice looking full moon right there. It's a picturesque shot. I like to bring in aesthetics every once in a while.
Apparently. And then Riley Maynard's calling for a shot of the moon from Eric White on the field in his camera.
That's right. Let's go, Coach White.
That's not the
moon.
Not the moon.
Wrong moon. No.
3rd down, and immediately there's Schultz on the play.
Yeah.
Which produces little or no gain.
Nope. Try to hit him with a counter. Didn't go anywhere. So now it looks like it's 4th down.
Yeah, Schultz was right there. 4th down.
No, the other way, Eric. Eric took it to his right.
Moon, big ball in sky.
Tell him above,
Up.
tell him above the tree line going towards Providence.
I didn't realize. There we go. I didn't think it would be that challenging.
Oh, okay. Tell him we're making fun of him on the radio.
Levity at its best, gang. Okay, so it's 4th and 5. Lions need to convert here to stay in the game. They've got Ryan playing at their wing.
Oh.
Clifford hands, not much going on there.
Little inside wing counter, and he just got tripped up. I think it might have been Devin Bellew.
Yep. So the Wizards take the ball over deep in their own territory.
Brady Maeli's going to get the ball again.
Yes, he is. Still 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Since I opened my big trap, this game is slowed down quite a bit.
End of the 1st quarter, the Bulldogs 7, Eagles nothing.
It would be a big win for Westerly. Wides left and right for West Warwick. Chase in the backfield along with Hines.
Oh.
Throw is going to be incomplete.
Dodged a bullet there.
They were looking over to Swanson on a little bit of a slant. 2nd down and 10.
Looked eerily like the Patriots. Mac Jones and Diggs. That it on a slant deflection pick.
On 2nd and 10.
DeAndre right, DeAndre left.
Yep. Like I said, you got a racehorse, you run them. Wides on either side. Both isolated one-on-one. Here's DeAndre. Oh, what a size of a hole that was.
Yeah, I mean, there was a giant hole. I think I could have ran through that, John. Maybe.
I think I could have ran through that hole carrying you.
All right.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumping down the field type of thing.
I would have gotten 5. DeAndre got 6. 3rd down and 4. Branch wide left side. Isolated against Patron. Chase the ball. Chase full speed ahead. 1st down and a couple more. And I'll tell you, the hole really wasn't as crisp. It wasn't as clean. But he just barreled his way forward.
Yeah, and that's just what you have to do. I mean, if you're DeAndre Chase, you're one of the best backs in Division II, maybe one of the best backs in the state. Sometimes you got to make your own yardage, you know, and he did a great job just keeping his legs moving, keeping his balance.
Chase again with Hines in the backfield. Maeli hands to the big guy. DeAndre's looking for room. Breaks 1, but not the 2nd. He got out to the 35-yard line. Murray is there, and so is Ravi Kapadia.
Yeah, you have to, you know, you talk to the wideouts at practice, you watch film, and you're looking at this is a touchdown. If you block him, this is a touchdown. So, might be a long day running hills here if you're a wideout for West Warwick.
Did I hear Mr. Cross just say that Chase is handing out stiff arms like Halloween candy?
You did.
Okay. I'm glad he said it.
Corny, huh?
Yeah. DeAndre's got the ball again. Made his own hole that time. Shifted from directly up the field off to the left a little bit and picked up enough yards to be considered close enough to be a 1st down. We'll see the market.
Nope. Yes, they did.
Yep, give it a 1st down.
No, wait a minute. So, yeah, they did.
The down marker says it's 4th down.
That's why I'm confused.
But they're moving the chains.
There we go.
Somebody get a message over there to Wayne Miller, huh? Wides on either side, 1st and 10 for the Wizards. 2:12 left to play here in the third. Out of the conventional set. Fake pitch
full
to
back.
Chase. Instead it goes to Hines, and Hines gets 8. What a nice fake by Brady Maeli.
It was.
Yeah.
Handed it to Hines on the way by and then faked the pitch to Chase. Had me stumbling and bumbling. Nothing new.
But
Second down, 3.
that's a great pickup on first down.
They've been the beneficiary of that for most of the game, getting good yards, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. Very well executed West Warwick offense tonight. Now Maeli on 2nd and 3. Fake the pitch and then gets taken down by a snow of white sweatered Lions. Let's get that out of my mouth straight enough.
Not sure if that was just a broken play or that was intended to be a pass play. At this point, Lincoln has 7 guys in the box. They're in a 4-3, a pro-style 4-3, and they're playing about 8 to 9 yards off the receivers. They're daring Brady to throw the ball right now.
Hines came out. And they'll go with the single setback with DeAndre to the right of Brady Maeli. And the double flanker set. Brady looks. There's a screen. It is complete, but it is busted by 3 Lions. And they'll only get a couple of yards out of it.
What do you do now, Coach?
Oh, well, you're up 28-7. You'd punt it probably at this point. Defense is playing great. Or you go for it. How's that for fence sitting?
You had a 50-50
Hey, it looks like
shot.
he's going for it. Looks like he is going for it. So. At this point, I think I'd
Chase
punt.
is in the backfield, and we are ready to go in the fourth quarter.
There it is.
Chase, right tackle, sidesteps, first down, couple more, across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First down.
Ho-hum.
Yeah. Hey, great call. That's why he's the head coach. I'm up here.
Schultz back in the game. Swanson returning as well. Now here comes Maeli.
Now, is the Barrington-Wesley game in? Where's that being played? Barrington.
That's down in Westerly. That's our sister station's Finetco Family of Limbayards High School Football Game of the Week.
The DePonte Communications network of stations.
The network family.
Can't wait to see Kenny. Happy birthday, Ken.
That's right. Here's a quick pitch. And the sweep this time. Schultz, good yards to the 33-yard line.
Great run. Great run by Sean Schultz.
Kenny Collins, a spry 39 years old today.
39 plus 43.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel badly. I'm going to have to call Sports Open Mike down there tomorrow and wish him a happy birthday.
Oh, I did that today. I already called. I did it.
So the Wizards grab a first down. Clock continues to run with 10:41 left. Medeiros this time slots left. Swanson wide right side again. And Maeli hands it off to you-know-who. It's Schultz.
Doesn't hurt to stay in bounds there, Mr. Schultz.
That time they used Schultz. That time they used Schultz with Hines. Now DeAndre's going to come back.
I know nothing. What?
No,
Timeout has been called. Maeli goes into the left flat, swings the pass complete for a gain of maybe 6 yards.
That's a new wrinkle. I haven't seen that yet.
No, I
DeAndre
haven't.
out of the tailback.
Yeah.
In motion.
You should jump in the Parenti Mobile Thursday night and join me down at that establishment in Wakefield. You should take Babs.
Probably not a bad idea. Remind me Thursday.
I shall text you.
Yeah.
Oh, Christine will be with me, too.
Even better.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to renew acquaintances with Stevie Mack. Haven't seen him in about a year.
He's waiting for you to take him to Boomerangs.
We can do that.
I told him that's the place to go now.
Trips right. Single receiver left. Miley on third and short will let it fly. It's complete to Branch. He'll get the first down. Nice move. Fine fake. Brings it toward the 10-yard line. Now, we've seen that play before where they'll set up trips on the near sideline.
Yeah.
One will drop back. Two will block in front. It becomes a screen. And it produces some good yards for James Branch.
Well, at this point, all these new formations are doing nothing but going to drive the DC at Wesley crazy. When he sees a film, he's going to count all the different formations and all the different plays.
A lot more work for him.
It does, yeah. When you stay in two formations, it's easy. Now he's going to defend all these formations.
Now they go trips left side. Miley looks, throws over the middle. It is incomplete.
You try to fit that in a tight window, boy. That was didn't look like there was a lot of room there.
Was looking for Medeiros. There were a couple of white jerseys there as well. And now it's second down and 10. And really, for the first time, they don't do anything on first down. 8:43 and the clock stopped remaining in the football game. Somebody's playing baseball tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, in about 18 more minutes. Well, maybe about 20, sorry.
Trips left. Medeiros, the single receiver right side. I'll check it. That was Nunes. And they give it off and to the 10-yard line. Maybe one. Yeah, it'll be third down and 6.
Now look, there's a penalty. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be third and a lot more. Where do we got a hold there, Huey?
Yeah, it looks like it must have been a hole.
Second down and 16.
You know, Lincoln's defense, once they get in the red zone, gets kind of stout. You know, I think West Warwick's touchdowns came from outside the red zone.
20 yards, 21 yards.
Just about.
And the 80-yard fumble recovery, and then Hines, after DeAndre ran 23 yards, so 20 yards to the 1. Hines took it over on second and goal. That's when the Wizards scoring. Miley throws. It is complete. And you talk about throwing into a small window.
Yeah.
He caught Ritchie there, and Medeiros was the only person who could really catch the ball. Miley put it in the only spot that he could probably make the reception.
So he did get big chunk of yardage back on that play. But they still got some work to do. It's third and about a long 9.
No problem.
What do you think?
Well, you've been throwing it downfield. You give it to DeAndre.
You might get that screen again.
Yep, Medeiros wide right. Branch and 2 others in the trips left. Miley will look. He'll throw it again into the flat. Now it's thrown by Branch. Comes on the near side. Look at this. Comes back to the near side for a completion. And a near touchdown. Miley to Branch. Branch to Miley. And Miley to the 2-yard line. Oh my. They're
That was
having
a fun
fun.
play.
They're
Yep.
having fun.
Well, they're giving a fan something to get excited about. I've never seen that play. His back doesn't look like it's bothering him.
Oh, no. It's
Right? Looks fine. Booked out over 12.
6:27 left. Now, everybody say DeAndre Chase. He's got the ball. He goes off right tackle. He is in for a West Warwick touchdown. Well, DeAndre gets on the board. What the heck? He's done about 165 all-purpose yards before that. But a 3-yard run for the score makes it 34-7 with the point after coming.
Yeah, this has been a good offensive output from the Wizards this week.
More importantly, it puts them in a position, if they do make that consolation round, they're going to host the game, I think. Kick by Correa is up, and he's 5 for 5. This is pretty cool, gang. Wizards have found all kinds of ways to score touchdowns. DeAndre Chase had a 3-yard run, 35-7 West Warwick. Here on I-105.5 at 1450 a.m.
Welcome to Feneco, a family of lumber yards started in Rhode Island with Coventry Lumber, Rhode Island's first and best drive-through lumber yard. Feneco knows that it is important for your home to look its best, so boost your curb appeal with Ply-Gem. From elegant mantles to crown moldings to crisp corner posts, Ply-Gem vinyl trim and molding offers a more durable product with a great wood look. Add the finishing touch to your home's exterior with Ply-Gem and Coventry Lumber. Coventry Lumber and the Feneco family of lumber yards. One simple call does it all.
Still the dinner hour if you're us. Nunes sends the receiver back to the 15-yard line with the kickoff, and that's going to be Patron, who's
nice
down
job.
to the 22.
Great coverage.
Was that Reese David on the stop? 41? Yeah.
Oh, that was a great job. Great effort on that kickoff team to get down. That was their best effort, really, tonight on that kickoff.
Lincoln goes 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Their real lone weapon tonight, beside Al's running the ball, has been Whitmore, accepting a couple of Clifford passes, including one of 27 yards, but that basically has been the bulk of the big plays for Lincoln tonight.
Get some personnel issues. They're running guys on the field quick from Lincoln.
That's Brown setting up as a wingback near side. Alves goes in motion. They decide to run. Clifford handed it off. Or it's actually, he kept the ball. It was a good fake.
You know what's really, you know what I'd like to see? If you look, we've done a few games, and not every team has a big squad. They bring a lot of kids with them, but Lincoln has a great number of kids on the sidelines. West Warwick has a great number of kids on the roster. So it's optimistic, for these young guys who didn't maybe play tonight to get into the JV game on Monday. And a lot of times these small squads, they don't play on Monday because they don't have enough, because all their kids played on Friday night. So it's nice to see the numbers, because it does, sometimes football does dwindle at points.
Patron taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten back to the original line. It'll be 3rd and about 10. It was Patron who carried for 4, and now he loses 4 as the blocking broke down in front of him. Out of the game comes Pruden. I know Wes is really high on Jaden, the junior. He and Pangelinan have another year. Boldier's got another year.
Oh, this is a junior team. This is, the plan for this team is really big things, this year, and with West coming on and hopefully in the next year.
Clifford fired a completion to the 45-yard line. May have been Wetmore again.
Halftime in Westerly, Bulldogs leading 14-0.
That's impressive. Scary for the Wizards, but
I was
that's
just going to
impressive.
say, that's
Well, you know, John, you said it earlier where you talked to Sandy Gorman. He said that was one of the most physical teams. A lot of times, the game before affects the next game if you're physically beaten up. So maybe Barrington went down to Westerly with a lot of guys with banged up.
Very true.
Yeah.
Here it's 1st and 10. The board 55 yards away from pay dirt. We're down to the final 4:03 remaining in the football game. Clifford will hand. They go up the middle and first down and maybe a few more over on the far sideline, taken down at the 26, down to the 26-yard line.
Well, just a fullback trap. And they've had success with that this year, this game so far. One of the few things they've had success with.
They've run off a few plays, but that's about it. The Wizards have made very few mistakes defensively. So here comes Conti again. They have not targeted him at all. Out of the wing tee they come. They give it off, and now here's the ramble to the left side. And a tackle made at the 34-yard line by Nolan Hines. Hines has played a whale of a game.
He has. It's a great way. It's a senior night. Nolan's a senior. He's one of the few seniors that stuck it out for the full 4 years when they had couple of hard seasons there. So I'm happy for these kids can get a win on senior night.
That whole Pop Warner group that knew nothing but winning had 2 very hard years in high school football.
Yep.
Clifford fakes, gives up the middle,
perception.
and 28-yard line.
No, it's tough. It's a tough transition because, you win at that level, and it's different. There's a weight class or you're playing with no weight class, and you're winning because you're bigger than the teams.
Well, we remember the first night when West Warwick transitioned all those Pop Warner kids.
Oh, yes.
And they played Tolman. Tolman's defensive front was like 6'5", 6'4".
Right.
They were gigantic.
And they were huge.
Right.
They were trussing in.
But I've seen a lot of progression, a lot of progress in this Wizards team from first game.
Clifford rolls, drops under the rush, lets it go.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted on the far sideline.
Kyle Swanson.
Yeah.
Swanson brings it out to the 37-yard line. And the Wizards are in business again.
And you just have to be patient with young kids. So now these kids are juniors, seniors, not a lot of time in the weight room under Coach Pennington. So you hope that changes and the kids get an off season of lifting and bonding more, and they become bigger, stronger, and faster. And those young kids now who are sophomores move up and start having an impact.
While we have an opportunity, I also want to say hello to Ray Doobie, who was in town a couple of weeks ago. Had an opportunity to see him for breakfast last Saturday at AJ's. Said Ray Doobie.
Oh, Ray Doobie, yes, that's right. He brought some warmth with him from Florida, that's for darn sure.
I'm sure he did. Medeiros out to the Wizards sideline. Isolated against Will Brown. Brady Maeli will hand instead. Broken play. Chase took the handoff after doing a belly rub with Maeli and got about 4 yards. I don't know if that was just a bad exchange or if it was a busted play.
No, I think probably everyone blames the running back, so we're going to say Brady might have turned the wrong way. How's that?
Okay.
But no.
Down to 1:33.
Now, these kids have played great. This was a all-around great game from the Wizards. Top to bottom, from everyone on the team. It was a great job.
What better time than homecoming?
Absolutely.
2nd and 7. Brady will take a knee. Once again, Jim Hart wondering why that clock continues to stick. Went from 1:05 to 1:01, now 55.
Bluetooth.
Maybe one more snap will do it.
I might get the Bills by 8:15.
It's 3rd and 8.
It would be bad.
Be cracking a cold one.
Miley will take the knee with 35 to go, and that could be it.
So I told my wife I'd be home late, so can you replay this? She'll think it's me later. So if I get out too early, I might have to come home. So I'll just say the game went to overtime.
There you go.
No, no.
No, don't do that.
We'll just hit the replay.
No.
We'll just
Dude,
replay.
don't do that.
Hey.
It's been a long time.
I can remember once in like the 60s, and that's about it.
Now, although I don't condone kids rushing the fields of the courts, I don't want to get this the wrong way. I do think it's special because of this is our first regular season after COVID. Everyone had their senior night and a homecoming. You know, it's not just it's for the football fans; it's for the whole school community. So, you know, it's okay, and our kids really know how to do the right thing. So,
I thought it was great.
yeah. And they're doing the right thing here, and you know, we're happy for them.
And they had a lot of reason to celebrate because the Wizards basically took it to Lincoln tonight, 35-7. And there were a lot of heroes. First of all, Brady Maile comes out with a bad back and throws 2 touchdown passes in the first half to give them a 14-0 cushion. Richie Medeiros, the great presence of mind, we talked about it. DeAndre Chase, yard after yard after yard. Successful run after run after run. And how about Nolan Hines in the game he played both offensively and defensively? A lot of heroes tonight.
Yeah, terrific game all around, top to bottom. Coaching staff did a great job. You know, a tip of the hat to Miss Swanson, Laurie Swanson, who helped put this senior homecoming senior night together. Really made it special for our kids, cheerleaders, players, parents. So great job, Laurie Swanson.
Yeah, we signed her up for the next 3.
Yeah, she's going to have to do this all the time now.
Speak of the devil, there she
right
is.
There.
It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch it.
You did a great job, Laurie. Congratulations.
Thank you for everything, Laurie.
That's special.
Yeah.
You got 3 more years of this, Laurie.
Yeah, we just signed you up for the next 3.
Yeah.
It gets better
you're
every
gonna,
year.
You're going to give athletic director gray hair.
20 seniors next year.
That's a lot of flowers.
That's a 30-minute halftime show.
Well, here's the way the scoring went in this one. The Wizards went up 7-0 on a 29-yard pass from Maile to Medeiros. Caught the corner on the far sideline for the score. 8 plays, 43 yards. Correa added the kick. 7-0 with 6:18 left to play in the first quarter. Stay that way until the second when a 21-yard pass from Maile was caught by James Branch. 10 plays, 2 big penalties on Lincoln helped out. Correa added the extra point, 14-zip. The Alves went over from 18 yards on the wing reverse. Capadilla ran kicked the extra point, and with 4:44 left to play, we were in a ball game at halftime at 14-7. And then really the play that turned it all around, that weird pass from Clifford that was intercepted by James Branch, who then fumbled. The ball was picked up by Richie Medeiros, who ran 80 yards the other way for the score. Korea added the extra point, 21-7. It became 28-7. Nolan Hines, the 1-yard run after DeAndre Chase set him up from 19 yards out. Korea added the extra point, his fourth of the night. 9:36 left to play in the third. It was 28-7, and then DeAndre finally went over on his own from 3 yards out. Korea 5 for 5 in point afters, 35-7 your final score. That last TD coming with 6:07 left to play in the half. Who out of the many names I just mentioned will be the Dan's Place player of the game? We're going to find out in just a moment here on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. West Warwick raises its record to 2-4, and if, believe it or not, guys, if things fall right, if Mount Hope loses a couple of games, the Wizards beat Westerly, and Tolman loses one more, the Wizards are in the playoffs.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, and Tolman plays Rogers tonight. So, and Rogers is a sneaky team because they're very good. They've played a lot of tough teams, so their record kind of indicates that. But I think they can get by. Watching Tolman and knowing Rogers, I think they can get by Tolman tonight.
We'll be watching the scoreboard over the course of the next couple of days. That game is actually tonight.
Correct.
At Rogers. So, the Dan's Place player of the game. Michael will let you make the announcement.
All right, the Dan's Place player of the game for this game is Nolan Hines. The senior linebacker fullback had a terrific game, capped his senior night off with a touchdown. He was dominant on defense, with several tackles behind the line of scrimmage, doing what you have to do to a wing T team, create penetration, get to the ball carrier on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and Nolan just really played lights out defense tonight. Great job, Nolan. Really happy for his senior. We see these kids every day in the hallway, after a loss, they hang their heads down usually on a Monday. So I'm looking forward to seeing the kids feeling good about themselves Tuesday because Monday there's no school. I'll give them Monday off. No school Monday, kids, for the win. Congratulations. But, Nolan Hines did a great job tonight, so really well-deserved honor.
You were talking about the way the Wizards hung their heads last week after the loss to Classical. What a night for Richie Medeiros, because if you remember, things did not go right for him at all against Classical. He comes back with a touchdown reception and then a run back, 80-yard run back on the scoop and score following the fumble by his own teammate. When everybody thought it was a dead ball, including me, he had the presence of mind to run it up the sideline and score the touchdown.
Just a heads up.
So if there is a second Dan's Place player of the game, maybe we should consider giving it to Richie Medeiros.
Why not?
We'll have to twist Dan's arm. Boots, you're on that.
I go down there. I go to Dan. I'm a Dan's guy. I live right real close to.
That's right. You're down in the woodland area.
I'm in the woods. Yeah. So this orange is this. I just wear my hunting vest and I'm fine. So I fit right into the Wizard colors.
You're getting too comfortable at this, Michael.
Yeah, sorry, guys. You make it easy. That's why. Thank you.
As this is our final broadcast, I do want to thank you for stepping in and doing one whale of a job.
Well, they let me get mad at me.
We're going to have a seat with your name on it.
Thank you. This was great, guys. I always,
Can always come to Coventry, too, when we do the Thanksgiving Day game.
That's right.
I would love to. That'd be great.
It's always a head zone for you.
Because the Thanksgiving Day game, that's our number one game, our number one broadcast of any kind. We will see you again next Friday night in the DePonte Communications Game of the Week from Westerly's Salagiri Field, where the Bulldogs will entertain this West Warwick Wizard team that was the winner tonight. Our final, once again, the Wizards 35, the Lincoln Lions 7. For Johnny Boots and Mike Green, John Parenti, so long for now, here on I-105.5 and 1450 AM.